Hey, so today we're going to talk about developer productivity and how to measure it. So, how to define developer productivity? First thing first, I think you should be all really careful because developer productivity it's a pretty hazardous subject. Measuring developer outputs can be really detrimental because there are not enough data points to understand if the unproductiveness was caused by the developer himself or quite often by his surroundings. So, what are the best methods to understand developer productivity? Nicole Force Green, one of the writers of the book Accelerate the Science Behind DevOps, said that one of the most common myths is the notion that productivity is all about developer activity, things like line of code or number of commits. But they found that the most performing group has a huge advantage in terms of resiliency and speed. I think you can see the number by yourself. So we designed the engineering productivity cheat sheet for you, inspired by the SPACE framework. We will explain just after what is the SPACE framework, but I think anyone can use this cheat to just gather developer productivity and be able to do anything with it. So the SPACE framework is a 5 pillar. And for most developers, being in a state of hyper productivity feels like being in a flow. The SPACE framework tries to define several data points to quickly gauge developer productivity, but also the surroundings of the developer. Is the organization structured in a way that enables productivity among the engineers? So, the SPACE framework is composed of mainly 3 levels, which is business alignment, make sure that the engineers are aligned with key business objectives, people management, having a genuine interest in developer well-being, engagement, and performance, and engineering execution, providing a fast, efficient, and quality delivery of product and features. So, satisfaction is how satisfied developers are with their work, team, tools, and culture. And well-being refers to how happy and healthy they are and how it affects their personal life. For example, a drop in satisfaction and engagement could foreshadow impending burnout and lower output. The 3 main topics for satisfaction and well-being are employee satisfaction, whether they would recommend your team to their friends, developer efficacy, whether developers feel like they have the tools and the resources they need to get their work done, and burnout. Are they exhausted? You should be really careful about measuring developer performance. It's difficult to measure performance because linking individual contribution to product outcome isn't natural at all. Writing a lot of code doesn't mean writing good code. Customer value may not be delivered by high quality code, and customer feedback may be pretty random. So, for example, you can separate in 2 main parts, which are impact and quality. Software is written by teams, not individuals. So, as a result, performance is frequently measured in terms of outcome rather than output. For example, you could easily measure customer satisfaction, adoption and retention, feature usage, or cost reduction for impact. And for quality, you could measure reliability, absence of bug, and the health of your services. The third part of SPACE framework is activity. So it's pretty difficult to quantify also due to the different activities they do. Measuring and quantifying all aspects of developer performance is nearly impossible. But we'll try to find something to measure. You can find here some activities, but they should never be used in isolation. They only should be serving as a starting point. Next, we are going to talk about communication and collaboration. So 3 topics are really important there. First one is transparency. You should be aware about team members' activity and tasks that are essential. The availability of documentation, because the way information flow within your team really will help your developer. And we know now that a team with a diverse and inclusive membership perform better. So you have a lot of factors that you could be easily measured, but it's not really that easy. So just you can find any example here and we will go on with that. The last part of the SPACE framework is efficiency and flow. And it refers to the ability to finish or progress work with minimal interruption. You should set boundaries to get and stay productive. Individual productivity is often measured in terms of uninterrupted time. You can find in the slides some metrics to follow to gauge the efficiency and flow of your team, but your main objective here is to protect them from interruption and protect their time. And I just wanted to take my last minute to say that be careful when measuring developer productivity. Following metrics only shows a small percentage of the developer activity. They often force developers to focus on new tasks, and we all know that your past code could be improved. I'm talking about your technical debt. And OKR might be a source of stress. Developers just want to work in peace. So to summarize everything, you can find again our cheat sheet. I think you will be able to download here in the next article or in the comment. So thanks for your time and have a nice day. Cheers.